This person writes in quotations, "Why are you single?" I mean, usually it's as simple as you're linking pain to relationships or you're linking pain to approaching people. And that pain basically outweighs kind of the pleasure you've associated to it, so you don't take action. And that's really the most part on why people don't get into relationships. Not to say somebody asks you, "Hey, why are you single?" I link pain to this, and that's why. It's like might not be the best conversation uh, approach, but it's like it's usually what it is. It's just that fear, that pain that is association to the relationships. I had one night stand asked me this question during some pillow talk recently, and it honestly wasn't the first time I've been asked that for someone I hooked up with. I got tongue-tied and couldn't come up with an answer. I used to just say, I guess folks just have better options. Just say, I'm just, hanging out and having a good time right now. That's all I have to say. I've been thinking about whether there's more to it. I think there could be several reasons, but wonder if any sound more plausible or familiar to anyone who has observed these patterns on their own journey, or if I need to dig deeper. We got 5 key points or something here. So, number 1, I haven't met someone who's interested. So sometimes when you get in that pattern, it's like you're kind of overthinking the whole process, making it into a bigger deal than it is, and so you don't take action. I'll ask someone if they want to get together and get, like you say, I get, I'm busy or I'm too tired, or get left on red. Well, it's how are you asking them out to? So it's like texting usually is a lower confidence move as far as asking someone out. How are you asking, hey, do you want to get together? Or that basically creates the option of yes or no, instead of saying, hey, I'd love to get together with you sometime. What days are you free? And it really just assumes that they'll say yes, more confident approach. And also you want to ask people out when you know they're attracted to you and you have an attraction to them, because it's like you really only want to date people that have that high level of interest, because it makes things so much easier, so much more fun, higher success rate, higher margin or bigger margin of safety. So it's like you can make mistakes and then she can kind of, usually women with higher interest will like laugh those things off, whereas low interest women towards you, well, they'll basically just toss you aside, or they'll take it really seriously and it'll just kind of ruin the night. Number 2, I've been in relationships, but they always lose interest. One time I got dumped 2 weeks before Christmas. It wasn't anything you did. I just don't feel it anymore. So you got that pain linked to it 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah. So you're basically remembering those past times, saying that it always happens. And so it's kind of supporting your belief that it always doesn't work out. And it really, again, just comes to that fear. That fear and you liking pain and not believing really in yourself. Fear of not being good enough kind of deal. Number 3, it might be the way I meet people. Maybe you're not approaching them in a confident way. Maybe you're not reading their interest level in you and then acting accordingly. I've had a large number of partners through apps that are very sex-oriented. Okay. Number 4, I don't go out that much, so I don't interact with many random people out in the wild. Well, just set for yourself. It's like, I don't think they say if it's a guy or a girl, but say this is a guy. It can be a woman too, so it doesn't really matter, but it's like try to approach or talk to somebody or break the ice with somebody, at least one person every day, and get in the habit of doing that, whether they're attractive, you're interested in them or not. It's just like breaking that ice with the other sex. So it's like men or women. And when you do that, it's like it builds your skills in talking to people. And when you can talk to people, that's really all pickup is. It's like you have a normal conversation with somebody, maybe you laugh and maybe you lock eye contact, and then it's like, well, there you go. And that's the opportunity to really ask them out when you judge that interest level. And then also it's just practice to basically read her signs of attraction. And you have no obligation to ask them out or not. It's like your outcome is just to basically read their attraction and maybe, have a good time talking to somebody. If I lived in a bigger city like Chicago, that has a lot more things that speak to my interests. I could definitely myself going out there a lot more. But this is a small college town. Either way, it's like if you don't ask people, out, it's like you're not going to get the results. Whether in your big town, there's a lot of people, or you're in a small town and there's a few people, it's just like, well, how many people are you asking out? It's like, I'd probably say you're probably asking maybe one person a month out. It's like, well, you've got plenty more options, even at your small pool of people that you're in right now, to ask much more people out than you're doing right now. Number 5, I have a very small friendship circle. I think most people meet their partners through their friends. I mean, sometimes, but not necessarily. It's just like proximity is a big deal. So it's like, doesn't have to be through your friends. It can be just like at places you like to go that other people like to go. And just don't let that limit you. So I don't really have the ability to pull partners from my social network. Well, at the end of the day, it's like, well, go out there and talk to people. And that's really what I'd say in this thing. That's probably the biggest thing you could do right now, because you're probably not asking very many people out. And so get out there, break the ice, talk to one person every single day that you just basically wouldn't talk to normally before. And then you'll really improve your skills and improve at, reading the other person's attraction. And once you do that, it's like that's really the numbers game of part of this. And you can't get mad on yourself if you don't ask people out and don't get dates. It's really on you.